Okay. Hi, Marilyn. I just went live. I just started. So I got here a little bit later after going to my in-laws today. Um Crap my AirPods in. I hope you can hear me okay. Um I hope you've had a good Valentine's Day. You can hear me? Okay, cool. Very good. Yeah, just going over to my in-laws and trying to help my mother-in-law go through things. She's not like really bad like hoarding to where it's like, you know, unhealthy, but it's she doesn't like to she doesn't like to get rid of things and she likes to accumulate things. I don't know. She's one of those people where like having physical things around her, I think actually helps her feel good inside. You know what I mean? So, um, sorry, I'm still very new to going live, so I'm trying to remember how to like share it out to people. He is 74. And also too, like it's getting to the point now, like every time we see her car, she's got like another ding or scratch or dent or something like that in it. So that's kind of scary. I'm like, should you be driving? Um, which is sad because it's like I want her to be able to have that freedom, and that's a big deal, you know what I mean? Um, when that time comes, it's gonna be not cool. Hi, Laura. Later than seven. It took me longer to get on here than what I had wanted to, but here I am. Told my husband, I was like, oh my God, you guys, I felt like such a shit. Okay, me and my husband, we don't really do Valentine's Day. Like we'll get each other a card and like since we do low carb stuff, like I got my husband a card and I got him some Adkins like low carb like candies and stuff like that. Um, but I hadn't yet like he had to work today and I hadn't yet like talked to him or text him. And we were trying to help my mother-in-law set up like this litter robot that she has, and we needed to have access to the Wi-Fi code. Well, anytime my in-laws have something go wrong, my husband has to go like fix something, reset things so he knows the passwords and stuff. And so the first thing I asked him, I was like, "Do you know your parents' Wi-Fi password?" And he just responded, "Hi." Or like, "Hello, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day." Like he was like, "Nice." The very first thing it was no, how are you doing today? It was what's the Wi-Fi password? I was like, sorry. And then he got me this really pretty bouquet of flowers and I accidentally left it at my in-laws because he met us there after he got off of work. So I was feeling like such a shit. Thank you guys for reposting because I've been trying to figure out how to repost. I know that there's a way to do it. Um, but I'm just so not used to going live. So this is why I need to do this more often. So I know I had had a goal about going live on Friday nights and stuff, but my husband's been working a lot of Saturdays and stuff, especially since I had been out of work on the leave of absence with everything going on with my kiddo. So the overtime money surely helps. There's an arrow all the way on the right. I've seen the arrow before on the bottom right, but I'm not seeing it right now, which is, oh, it wasn't showing itself as an arrow to me. It was showing it as like people, like mm, my friends and stuff. Yay, but I figured it out. Thank you. Let me see. Okay, I sent some out. Yeah, it's really weird. Um, okay. My son's doing a lot better. I've been trying to be careful just to like protect him because of the climate right now when it comes to the TRANS community. Okay, Lisa. Um, woohoo! I'm here. Um, but yeah, been doing a lot better, especially after opening up. Thank you for the heart, me, Lisa. Um, uh, after opening up and really being honest, and I think knowing that, he or she is loved and supported no matter what is a big deal. So, um, yeah, it's been interesting. Like, it's been hard because we've had 14 years of he pronouns and stuff. And now we're trying to like retrain our brain. Um, so, but very grateful, a lot more stable. Um, Kind of unfortunate though, because like his girlfriend is very rarely able to meet up and hang out and stuff like that. And if she is, it's like a very last minute thing. So it's a lot of Mom, can we go get Bella? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, can I just finish up what I'm doing right here and then we'll go get her? Um, but yeah, and his girlfriend's like super loving and supporting and because she's pansexual. So um which is awesome. I feel like that's she's his person. So that's great. Um Make sure that comments are all okay. Is anybody like doing anything specific tonight? Mm, you don't have to worry about bringing up personal stuff. I'm an open book. I'm glad to share. I get if some people aren't comfortable sharing, but um, for me, if I've always, I'm one of those people like you never have to wonder what's on my mind because I'm going to tell you. And so I've always worn my heart on my sleeve and have been open about what's going on in my life. No, hubby had to work. Boo. That sucks. Has anybody else been having like choppier sleep like the last week? I mean, I know a lot of 4 a.m. club people, tend to have weird sleep things, but um just like hard time falling asleep, like really tossing and turning, feeling like I never like fully get into like a good REM. Hi, Amy. Um, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Yeah, definitely. It's been weird. Let me see. I get these weird like things, and I think sometimes it's about people wanting to like battle and whatever. I don't know if any of you guys follow him. His name's Adam Cray. He does like debates and stuff like that sometimes. Well, that's like one of his primary things on his page. But he's been going into Minnesota. I'm laying in bed talking to you. My sleep is hard to come by. Yeah, it has been hard to come by. I love Paul Stamets. Have you guys ever seen it's on Netflix? I can't remember the title of it now, but it's basically they talk about um yeah, Adam's awesome. Um, I wants to know if she should join the live. What? Is she like worried about joining it? Um, but anyway, Paul Stamets, he's like this big mushroom guy, and he like talks about, I'm not gonna say but where it can make you see things sometimes. Well, he has his own line of like mushroom supplements and stuff like that. I like the lion's mane. It's good for like brain health and stuff like that. It can help you with like sleep. And it can be like a natural like anxiety thing too. And he's scared to like join like to Did I send people out like an invite to like join me as a guest? I might have messed up, you guys. I think that's weird. I think I fucked up when I was sending it out. I thought you meant like she was afraid to come and like just hang out with us. Am I misunderstanding or is that what am I understanding correctly? I just want to make sure. But anyway, Adam Cray, I really like him. I mean, the debaters, I feel like, I don't know, like Dean and Parker and stuff. Um, no, you're good. Okay, okay, cool. Um, so uh I feel like there was a place for them, and I guess there still kind of is, but I don't know. I just like a lot of the people that they have on there. I don't like giving people like that like a platform to like view hate, I guess. But I do feel like they educate a lot of people. But anyway, I like Adam Cray, and Adam Cray doesn't only like debate people, but he's actively been going into Minnesota, and helping in the marching bands there. And he's been getting like into the community and asking people, like meeting up with people in those communities, finding out what they need, how he can help. And he went to a business today. Think it was Fruitlandia, something like that. And he was really promoting people because they had to like close down because of cold water. And so they lost, I can't even imagine how much money they have lost. So uh he's like just promoting, and you can't even say the app, I don't think, but the V app where you send money and stuff. He has been promoting for people to be able to donate there, and I think stuff like that is like so important, and I think that's like what is like going to be more common, right? Like I've told you guys before, I feel like we're already like governing ourselves. Hi, thank you for the heart me. um we're already kind of like pitching in and taking care of one another, right? Like, and that's what when I was on his live, I was listening as I was like going about my stuff. Thank you for the heart, me, Carrie or Kiri, sorry. Um, but you know, because even if everybody just like donated $1, think about like how much that would help somebody. You know what I mean? I would much rather do that than um and like have it be sent directly to them. Um, I don't know. I would much rather do that than even like do something like go to a drive-through or anything. Hi, Tilly. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, honeys. Um, but I do have, because I feel like this next week is going to be super wild with the eclipse coming up. The guides had said, was it? It was the something about the 8 days um for complete collapse, and now I can't find it, of course. But so that would have been, and I did the math, and it would add up to 17th. So, um, yeah, $1 to a campaign can help a lot. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm done with this big money in politics bullshit. And also um getting, getting term limits in there, because I feel like that's what happens. Like all these people, they get bought and paid for, and they manage to get dirt on these people. And then, you know what I mean? It's just all so corrupt, so corrupt. Um, and so yeah, I'm excited because we're all, becoming aware of this. And I knew that politicians were dirtbags, a lot of them, but I didn't realize the extent to how bad it was. So that's part of my awakening, right? Getting my head pulled out of my ass, so to speak. Um, but yeah, I feel like there's going to be like a lot of shit that's going to come out, even more like I remember like this image in my head like a month or two ago, I think, and I remember mentioning it in one of my videos that I just saw, like it was on New Year's. I had oh, thank you for the bow. Those are so cute. Um I remember it was New Year's Eve night. I came on here. I've been watching Stranger Things and had a little bit of a buzz. And I did some of my tipsy tarot. Um, and I remember getting this like picture in my mind of like a dump truck of envelopes, just all this information, right, coming down. Um, Exactly. Look at MM of Kentucky. Who is that? I'm so not good uh with a lot of names. Um, thank you, Laura. Oh, Mitch. How did I not pick up on that? Oh my God. My sinuses have been like so my brain's that was you remember. I remember thinking, I'm like, you know, I was like, I don't know. I kind of want to, because I think I had, yeah, because I had pulled them ahead of time. I was just out farting around by myself doing it. And I'm like, well, I got a little bit of a buzz. I'm like, should I really be recording a TikTok video? And I thought about it. I was like, I might. I said, yeah, I will. And I went on. I'm like, I just did it. I know you guys aren't going to judge me. So, but yeah, so like, um, there's going to be a lot more information coming out. And I feel like we're going to learn a lot more stuff about different people and people potentially, and I don't have anybody at the top of my mind, but my gut is telling me there's going to be a lot of people who we have admired, had a lot of trust in, and we're going to find out some pretty yucky stuff. So um did you see where Ivanka testified against her father about the boxes he had stored? No, I didn't see that. When did that happen? Hi, Susan. Happy Valentine's Day, honeys. I did not see that. Ooh, also, have you guys seen? I've just seen a few videos about how, like, so Macaulay Culkin and Aaron Carter and stuff, they came out because you remember how Michael Jackson, they always made him out to be like this PDF file. Um, and so, and it makes so much sense now. It's like it's always projection. They're always blaming somebody of what they're doing, right? And I've always got a sense I felt he was weird, like out there, but I've never got like a predator sense vibes from him, even watching him as a child. And I feel like as a kid, I was very intuitive. Like if there's people that my dad had around, um, uh, Neverland was to protect children. Yes, and it totally. Have you guys heard of this? Because it was mind blowing, and I was like, "Holy shit!" It all makes sense. And I'm like, dude, that poor guy. And also, the end of him is very sus to me, and it makes more sense too. But like how Macaulay Culkin and Aaron Carter and stuff had like came out and said they're like there was nothing off about what he was doing. He was always kind and loving and supportive and was just trying to create this safe space for kids. Um, so yeah, I was just like things like that, things where like people just thought they knew. People thought that he was a predator, but wrongfully accused. Man, the life he had growing up as a kid. But what he is one hell of an entertainer. Oh my God. Oh, thanks, Laura, because you didn't have much of a childhood. Right. It makes me sad for Michael too. God, he was talented. Oh my God. Yesterday, the court asked her if her father ever had the boxes, and she said that he would read. Yesterday, the court asked her if her father had the boxes, and she said he would read. I don't get the end of it, but this happened yesterday. That's crazy. Yes, his lyrics are amazing. Um, One of my favorites is "Man in the Mirror." Oh my God. Alexa, play "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson. I'm gonna repost this to the tube that is you, and they don't like that because of copyright, but fuck it. I don't care. I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I didn't hear about that either. Alexa, turn it down 2 notches. It's a little too loud. Mm. Really paying attention to the lyrics. Some artists tried to tell us, yeah. And I feel like so many of them actually channel too, and they don't even realize that they're doing it. Read them at dinner. Sorry, I can only type. Oh yeah, it limits how many you go. Okay, that totally makes sense. And that just happened today. That's crazy. Oh, good. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Monday. So, do you know where this court was? Was it like in New York, or I'm gonna have to do some speculation on this. I have a feeling they will be subpoenas for his boy. I fucking hope so. Those dirtbags. I have to say the Super Bowl was good. Oh yeah, I loved the Super Bowl. Our house was so busy. Me and my husband were actually trying to find replays of it because we forgot to record it, and our house was so busy, which was kind of good though too, because like if it would have been more of a nail biter, it would have been nice to have the distraction. But it's always good to get together with people. Bad Bunny was amazing. I didn't understand a damn word, but the vibe was everything. So, okay, I was starting to talk to you guys. So, I feel like this next week, and also because of the eclipse energy can like reverberate for, I think, I want to say is up to like 6 months, right? But I feel like there's going to be a lot of information coming like hard and fast, right? So, I'm planning on using the gift certificate um, that my husband got me that he put in my stocking. I'm cashing that in. I'm going to go get a pedicure. I'm planning something specifically self care for myself. I think the replay should be on ESPN. We should look at, I think we did find something where it basically it highlighted all the major key plays and stuff. So that's good. But yeah, yeah, you just signed the board of peas. Hoping Monday is full of exciting news. I think it's going to be like, yeah, I think a lot of stuff. I mean, stuff is already popping off, but I feel like, the how like we've been seeing like the little like whistling Pete's and the sparklers and things like that. I feel like we're gonna start getting some festival balls. Not like a grand finale type thing, but I don't know, maybe we will get a grand finale type thing. Think Monday. Yeah, it's President's Day, ironically enough. End of orange. Quite possibly. And like I said, he's living in his own special made hell. Like, the only time that man gets any sleep is, on television. Um, but what are some things that you guys are planning on doing for self-care? Because I think it's important that we think about this kind of stuff. Yeah. He was struggling the other day. Oh my God. I like purposefully try not to see him, but I also follow Aaron Parnas and stuff like that. So he'll like show clips every now and then. And I'll go on Midas Touch on YouTube and I will catch regulating nervous systems. Hell yeah. Vagus nerve resets are also really helpful too. Yeah, Aaron, bless that kid, dude. Puppy videos, yeah. Also like stand-up comedy. Oh my God. Laughing raises your vibration so much. I like laughing to the point where my face is hurting and my ribs are hurting. Tears are coming out. I don't think I told my kids. My husband knows that I was coming live, but I didn't tell my kids. So one of them might pop in by accident. Love the memes you're seeing. Alexa, stop. Mm, Love the memes I'm seeing about Bondi saying the Dow Jones. I know. She's such an airhead, dude. Had a dream of a dartboard with the number 16 at the top, glowing in green. I don't know what. Interesting. Don't know what it means. A dartboard. I'm just trying to picture it. Hmm. Because usually when you're playing darts, I mean, there's different games in darts, but generally you're working down. And on the dartboard itself, 20 is at the top, unless it's pointing to a score. My MS tongue is on one today. Stolen files about UAPs. Ooh, your guides have been bringing up Jack. Yeah, I'm waiting to see more from him. Were they scheduled to like talk to him anymore? Hi, Lisa. She back. Um. Also, what's that broad's name in Florida? Aileen Cannon or whatever. Um, I feel like she is going to be. Would it be disbarred? I don't know. I don't. I think she's gonna be having some comeuppance. There's gonna be so many people when all this is said and done. Yeah, disbarred. Yeah, I just and there's gonna be so many. And the Supreme Pizza. Um, and I think that there was a mention in the Island Man's papers was I can't remember which one of them, but one of them was on there. Judges will go down. Yeah, for sure. There's just been so much corruption, you guys. It's like, and I feel silly. I feel like this is something that I should have seen so many years ago. Um, yeah, I was gonna say something else too. Arts. As soon it was, as soon as it was in my head, it left. Um, mm, we were all manipulated. Yeah. Especially too, like with the education system. Like me and my sister, when we were on my way to my in-laws, were actually talking about that today, about how everything was just like so whitewashed by both sides. Yeah. And that's the thing, is it's like, um, a man was arrested yesterday for going after a high school marching banders and he peed himself. Well, karma is a bitch. She does bite back, doesn't she? That reminds me of that. What the hell is that bearded ghoul's name on here? Older, I think it's older millennial. There was stuff about him being out piss ass drunk somewhere, getting arrested. I'm like, these people. Hmm. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we were totally manipulated by both sides. And this is why too, I like big money needs to go away. We shouldn't be able to be bought by other lands. You know what I mean? Older was right. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, oh, well, there it is. Hmm. Karma working her magic. He was at home and peed himself. Okay, so was there two instances then? Yes, birds of a feather. That's right. And that's why too, I want to see more people like you remember when AOC was first coming up on the scene and they were all like judging like how she was dressed and whatever. And she had literally, I think her first outfit that she wore to work, going to Congress, she had gotten from a thrift store. Like she had put it together from a thrift store. I'm just like, you know what I mean? But those are the kind of people that I want representing us because they're the people that actually get the everyday struggles that people in our land are actually going through. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of the corporate bullshit. My daughter is always so disappointed because I refuse to take her to Chick-fil-A. I'm like, fuck that place. Did you see her address the world leaders? No, I didn't see that. I'll have to look that up. Did you see where RFK literally admitted to? I didn't hear him say it, but I think I was. Christina's Tea Talk, she's having to use her Petty Betty backup account right now. Yes, I saw him that, and like not surprised. Lucky dog. Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm so tired of it. She was amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Yeah, I'm just these people do not get us. Chuck's got to go. Nancy's got to go. What the hell? Hakeem Jeffries. I want them out of here. We need people who are gonna hold these people's feet to the fire. Being on toilet seats. What the hell? How do you do that? Obama admitted in an interview with Brian Tyler Cohen aliens are real, but he's never seen one. Was that recent? I am so excited for open contact, you guys. I like talk about it so normally with my kids. So they look at me like, okay, mom. Yeah, anyone that takes IPAC, absolutely. Bye. You're out of here. I'm sick of it. Yep, today or yesterday. Oh my God, you guys, I'm gonna have, okay, I have to write this stuff down. I'm gonna forget. Okay, so I need to look up the AOC thing. I need to look up Obama, Tyler Cohen. Oh, now I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm like, what? Yeah, the booger sugar, which also happens to be stuff that oranges kids are into, at least one of them, I guess. Oh yeah, I need to look up the Ivanka testifying too. These are literally all like how, speaking of snow, you know, each snowflake is going to add to the avalanche, right? So it's really interesting seeing UFO in or real life. Okay, Amy, have you seen one in real life? I want to so bad, you guys. I want to. Like last spring and summer, I would just like sit on my back patio. I'm like, please, please come see me. We need you. And I know they're not here to save us. We got to save ourselves. Gems, you too. Yeah. I just feel like we're all a part of the star system. You know what I mean? Okay, so you see Barack Obama, Ivanka. mm, Yeah, I think because too, it's like eventually our GOV has to, they can't ignore it. You know what I mean? Um, there's too many people out there. And like I said too, like the information is too readily available, which is why they're losing. They are losing. And I think a big thing, and so many other like psychics and stuff like that have been saying that, we're not going to get the full thing from our land. It's going to come from outside land with the Island Man's papers and stuff. And what are we seeing? What are we seeing? You know what I mean? And they're actually holding people accountable. I'm so ready, but I'm going to offer them a glass of tea or water to make sure it's not a blue beam. Yeah, it's a blue beam thing. Smart. Oh my gosh. Got my Dr. Pepper Zeros, my favorite. I started also, I'm like jumping around topics tonight. I started, does anybody here like to paint or anything like that? They walk among, yeah, they totally do walk among us now. And that's another thing. Not only are songwriters channeling, but people who write movies and stuff like that. Men in Black, obviously not all of it is real, but a lot of that shit's real. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Um, so last night I was just thinking like about an image that would signify like what it is like right now energetically and having all this darkness that's been surrounding us, right? Diamond point paintings. My niece does those. I love those. Hi, Julie. How you doing, honeys? Happy Valentine's Day. Um, so I was picturing this almost like a black void type thing, and then just this like intense burst of like bright light. And then it was like gradually coming out, and there were like little wisps of different kind of like celestial. I can never say the word celestial. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. But some like bright, like blue teals that are kind of illuminated. And so I'm going to try. I can do. CIA has an entertainment budget though. I think that's been conditioning us to be ready. Yeah, I think so too. Hang on one second. Oh, I don't even know who it was. They left. Been doing resin bears, bookmarks, and jewelry. That's amazing, Gems. I love that. I will do like I love I almost said knitting cold lady. Nowhere near who I'm. Um, her name is the Art Sherpa. She's passed away. Cinnamon Cooney was her name. She is such an amazing, like, bright soul, and she did like basically painting tutorials and stuff like that. And like one of my favorite paintings, it's downstairs. I'll have to like maybe take a picture of it and add it to my stories or something to show you guys. But it's this girl walking in the rain, one of my favorite paintings I've ever done. And it was led by her. I haven't really ever painted without instruction, and I haven't painted in over a year. So I'm going to have to really think about. Last night I started to try to do it. But I think I fucked up, and instead of using black for the darkness, I used dioxazine purple because it's very, very close to black, but it's not quite black. Um, and so I fucked up because um, there have been paintings where I've done like the Northern Lights and stuff, and I took black Mars black and I just blacked out the entire canvas, and then I added color from there. Um, but with what I'm trying to do and the colors that I'm trying to use, I should have done it opposite. So I'm going to try as best I could. That should be a cool background. Yeah, and I like using like a like not a, I don't even use I just get like a cheap toothbrush and I'll like for stars because like in my mind I'm envisioning that there's like stars in this um and dipping it in like white paint and then just like flicking it onto the canvas. I like kind of getting messy with painting too. It's fun. And also art is so therapeutic too, which I think all of us can need or can use that right now. Um, so that's something, if I have time tonight, I might try to tackle that again and see. Or like find somebody who's painted something similar to what I have in my mind. Um, and then see what kind of process they use. Been following a guy on Facebook that use phosphorus UV and regular paint and badges 3 painting. I'm not sure. What do you mean by badges 3 painting? Like blending 3 paintings in one? Okay, makes 3 paintings in one. Oh, that sounds badass. Is he only on Facebook? Type it. Yeah, it's easy to do. My phone was being really weird. I have an iPhone 13 and I've been like refusing to upgrade just because first of all, I don't want to give any money, even though I love my Apple products. I don't want to give any money to them right now. Um, Painting is meant to be expressive for the artist. It will be amazing. Ah, thank you. I'm excited about it. Also, um, I like to take pictures, need to get my camera back out instead of using my phone, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, get back to doing it organically, right? Yes, looks different in daytime and under black light and another in the dark. That's so cool. Hey, Susie Positive. How you doing, honeys? Um, yeah, no, I really think I think that there are going to be certain things because Here's the thing, I have a Nikon camera that I've had buried that I haven't used in forever, but I do think it's something where we should probably try to start utilizing those things more instead of relying on our phones, you know what I mean? Yeah, I paint with words, LOL, Amy. I like it. Also, another reason why I haven't wanted to get another phone is because the Link of Stars by Boyfriend, if you catch my drift, um, is I still haven't done the update to my phone because I don't want to have any connection with that bro. No, thank you. Hard pass. You saw a hawk today. I love that. Haven't upgraded my phone either for the same reason. Yeah. I mean, I know that they're already watching us anyway. So it's like, we can't. I mean, I have starts with a A, ends with A, Alec, you know, the Amazon Echo. I don't mute it. I'm just like, dude, whatever. We have ring cameras. Like they can see me coming in and out of my house. I'm just like, we've all been being watched this whole time. Like I said, like we were talking about earlier, it's like we've been programmed and I'm pissed about it. TM is attached to it now from what I have heard. TM. Sorry, I'm trying to connect the dots. Is smoke coming out of my ears from the wheels? Ooh. Can you tell me what TM is? Oh, T-Mobile. Oh, God. Well, that sucks because we have T-Mobile. Farts, dude. Didn't know that. I have 5 cameras inside and 3 outside, 3 Google Home, so I don't know why I'm paranoid about Starlink, right? Okay, Amy. Yeah, it's like they've been watching us since you remember how we thought it was so cool when we were kids when we would walk into like Target and whatever and we could look up on the screens and be like, "Oh my God, I'm on TV," right? I think all major companies are involved. They absolutely are. I have T-Mobile too, and they just bought out US Cellular. I didn't know who US Cellular is, but sounds about right. I mean, they're all buying out. It's a monopoly. My sister works for Kroger Pharmacies, and there's been this merger. I don't know. I have to actually ask her what's going on with that, but like on the West Coast anyway, I don't know about the East Coast or the Midwest or anything, but we have Safeway. Safeway and Albertsons already merged. Also Hagen's, which is a smaller grocery company, um, but they also have amazing produce. So much is coming to light with Starlink. Yes, and it's gross. Also, boyfriend being in the Isle of Man's papers. It's like, and remember when he was talking about Orange being in them? They're all throwing each other under the bus. So that's beautiful to watch. It's like, um, but parts. Now I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, but anyway, the merger. They're one, and so Safeway also bought out Hagen's, even though Hagen still has the name, the main ownership is Safeway. So it's like it's still a monopoly, and it's almost like they're letting Hagen's keep the name so that people maybe think that they aren't the owners. You know what I mean? If people aren't really doing their research about it, if that makes sense, they see a different name on the building and think, oh, this is kind of like a smaller grocery store. I'm going to go support this business when in fact they're actually supporting Safeway. So anyway, they're talking about a merger between Kroger, which would be like Fred Meyer, QFC on the West Coast area, um, and stuff, merging with Safeway. And I'm like, that would be insane. That would be absolutely diabolical. I didn't know Safeway still existed. They sold out to Homeland in Oklahoma decades ago. Interesting. I just wish more would come to light about the Island Man's papers and mainstream media. Not everyone knows it all. Yeah, You guys, I could be wrong, but my feeling is like big national major NEWS networks. mm, I don't know if they're really going to be a thing in the future. Like, I think they're going to have people that do like local news and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just get this feeling, and maybe it just goes away for a certain period of time, or because right now they're irrelevant to me. I have zero desire to watch anything on any mainstream, whatever. You know what I mean? I will stick to Midas Touch, Aaron Parnas, Don Lemon. You know what I mean? Ah, Don Lemon. Who doesn't love some Don Lemon, dude? I love him so much. Yeah, they fucked with the wrong journalist too, by the way. That was another miscalculation by this idiot regime. They're so, and that's the thing. That's why I'm also too so at peace with this. I watch my local news and online only. Yeah, same. Lemonheads unite. Um, yeah, farts. I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, but yeah, oh yeah. One of the things that another among other things that make me feel like okay is because people like Mustache Man and whatever, they were so smart, right? They went about things, they had a brain about it. These people are village idiots. They just are. They can't do anything right. And Don Lemon was one of those examples. So it was, they poked the bear with that one. Lots of Safeways in Cali. Yeah, there's a Safeway near my dad and his wife's house when we go down there. I'm always super excited because I'm picky. I like, okay, I think it starts with an N, but I think no, Lucerne is the store brand name, whatever. The creamer, the Belgian chocolate or Belgian chocolate toffee creamer. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. It makes me so happy in the morning, and I am not a morning person. Yes, toffee. Belgian chocolate toffee creamer. My husband still doesn't see everything, and I don't want to be the one to tell him. Yeah, you have it in your fridge? Hell yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Dude, during the flu apocalypse, we'll call it in 2020, and it went on for like a year and a half. They didn't always have it. There was like major supply chain issues, and I was so upset. I was so sad. Um, so Julie, with your husband, my husband is he is a big second guy. Does not like orange. Okay. Knows that the guy's a chooch. Okay. Um, my husband is very much if he feels like there's nothing that he can do about it, if it's something that is outside of his control, and he very much compartmentalizes like everything that's been going on with our son this past year and stuff like that, he's able to like shove it down, which probably isn't good for his blood pressure. I know it's not. Um, and so, but I think, and for a while, I think he truly thought that yours is the same. Yeah. I really think that he thought that Coldwater was just going out and getting criminals. Because he wasn't paying attention to it. He wasn't paying attention to it. But the more conversations I'm having, because my kids are bringing things up, okay? The more conversations we're having, we happen to have some of those conversations in front of my husband. And I think he has then kind of went and looked into some of the things. And I think my husband isn't going to outright come out and say certain things, but I know it's clicking. So I would say just give it time. With a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening, it's going to be so much in people's faces, people cannot look away. It's going to be impossible to not see it. So um, yeah, but I know it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. Also, I was had to take my son to the orthopedic surgeon this last week, and we got there early because that's what I do. Um, I'm always paranoid about being late, and so he was sitting in the back, and we were kind of like talking, and he's like, and I think I remember saying this on a video. He just asked me, he's like, "Mom," he's like, "Orange is clearly all over." these papers of the island man. Why isn't anybody doing anything?" And I said, "That's the point. That is the exact point." And I said, "And this is what we're fighting against right now." Yeah, between that and most recent spirituality gifts, it has been a lonely road. It really can be. Like, I put in my noise canceling earbuds, I go sit on my meditation pillow, put my little thing on, and I know my family members will walk in on me and go like, "Oh my gosh," with my travel pillow around my neck. Very much so. So much brainwashing. Me and my sister were actually talking on the way to my in-laws about how, I think I started talking about this earlier, about how absolutely whitewashed our history lessons were. Telling us that George Washington's teeth were made of wood when they were actually the teeth of slaves. Hello? You know what I mean? It's just, it's horrible. Yeah. I'm like, and why? Just tell people the fucking truth. But if they told people the truth, they wouldn't be able to get away with what they've been getting away with the last however many decades. What do they think about my get? They're skeptical. My son absolutely knows that I have something going on because there have been times where I'm not going to be like divulge too much information just for his privacy, but where I've known they're lying, or when they've tried to get up and go somewhere quietly, and I am right there. There was one time where they were getting ready to leave the house to go make a not good decision. And I am usually somebody I will sleep in until 9, sometimes 10 o'clock on the weekends. This was just before 7 a.m. And it was my guide. It was my guidance because something woke me up and said, "Check on Zach." And I checked the ring camera footage not 5 minutes before that, or yeah, not 5 minutes um, before that. He was going out the door. And I think I prevented him from doing something really fucking stupid. Um, so, um, and like my husband and stuff like that with my gifts, I think he doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in a higher power. He's just very much mer. My older daughter is very much the same way, which it's like, whatever. I don't shove my stuff down their throat, but also they don't ridicule me for what I do either. Like if I'm coming and I'm going to be filming a TikTok or like getting my pendulum message, I say, I tell my husband, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go talk to my pals." He's like, "Okay, bud, have fun." How is the foot? The foot is doing better. It's non-displaced. So like if you see the toe, like we snapped it right here, but it was still very much aligned. It wasn't like this very tip wasn't like over here. So it didn't require a pin or surgery or anything like that. We did a follow-up x-ray and it's still non-display. So we have a 3-week window, then we're going to go back, double check, make sure we're still healing good. Pain is very much, it's way better than it was. So still in that walking, that kind of like post-surgical shoe. Um, and yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's bummed because he likes to go up to the park and swing. And it's very, I almost feel like it's meditative for him to do that. Um, and so, but I'm like, dude, and they were worried about infection because there was a lot of bleeding, and the surgeon was actually worried that a nail or a bone fragment may have made its way underneath the nail. And but I don't think that that's the case. So he's been on antibiotics, taking them 3 times a day. But being in that shoe, I don't want him jumping off the swing and then further injuring it, and then we're looking at surgery. So I had to bring that up to the surgeon to have the surgeon be the one to tell him that he can't go swinging. My daughter will come in and say hi. Hey, can we do your witchy voodoo stuff? That's funny. I like that. Yeah, when I posted, it was a couple weeks ago when I did that boundaries spell and I shared it. Um I was like melting the candle wax to secure the candles in a triangle in the pan. And my daughter came up and she goes, "Oh God." I think it's funny. That's like as and she gets about it. She'll just go, "Oh God," and it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I think it's funny. I've had too many experiences because too, it's so funny because oh, thank you for the heart me. I didn't see who sent that. Oh, Amy, thank you. Um, I think it scares people. All of it all goes together. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like it's very interesting the people who go to church every Sunday believe in the Bible. They believe that, but they don't believe, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I've also had like paranormal experiences and stuff like that that cannot be explained away. Cannot. Um, she believes in it but has no interest in understanding it. I mean, that's cool. Yeah. You still go to church. Yeah. And I think too, it's like there are so many people that do have an amazing, healthy relationship with their faith, which is awesome. It's the people who weaponize it, to make other people, you know, the enemy. Um, but yeah, my husband, it's funny because he says he doesn't believe in ghosts and anything like that. But we had taken a trip to Vegas. That's usually where we go on our mommy daddy trips. And we go act up like we're kids again for a weekend. um But, I still stay in my Bible. No church, though. The Bible is political and witchcraft. Yeah. Um, oh, yeah. But so there's that show out there, Ghost Adventures. He'll watch that. Zach Bagans has a museum with like haunted artifacts and stuff like that. He wanted to go when we went to Vegas. So I'm like, he's like, "Well, I just find it entertaining." I'm like, "Okay. Well, I feel like when it comes to paranormal stuff, you wouldn't find it entertaining if you didn't have a little inkling of, yeah, maybe there is something to this." Ooh, and I can't remember, it wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy. We were in a room that had artifacts with things with him in it, and I had the most painful, like, stabbing feeling. It was kinda, like, near, like, my flank, like, my kidneys, and it would, like, get progressively worse, and then I would, like, kind of start leaving the room, and it would start to get better. It was the weirdest thing being in that museum. It's very interesting. I'd like to do another haunted ghost tour somewhere. When you use tarot cards, do you always wait for the cards to come out? Um, Not always. And I kind of have a discussion with my guides on the pendulum beforehand on kind of like how I want to approach pulling the cards. Also, I don't have an ABC pad to use your pendulum. Um, you can just use the piece of paper, draw a circle on it, and like put lines around it, right? Make lines to make 26, and they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect triangles. And then just write the letters in there and do it like that. Yeah. And I think a lot of times people are like, they feel like they need to have like certain special things. It's like, nah. I was going to get a scrying mirror, but then I'm like, I don't know. Part of me was thinking, I'm like, I can probably just do the same damn thing having a blindfold on. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be wrong, but sometimes I feel like less is more. I just happened to get like my first one of my boards. I happened to get it in like a pack that I got a pendulum with. So it just happened to come with it. I bought a tarot at Target. Hate to admit that, but I didn't want hubby to see what I was buying. It's fine. It's a tarot card, not a television. It would freak him out. Oh, oh, so many people get so scared. I'm like, oh, we all just come from a place of like source is just love. It's love energy, and we are all little bits and pieces. Hi, Karma. You hate to admit that. The Target thing? I can't wait to get my cards ready to go on sale. That's right. You have your Oracle cards. That's going to be so exciting, Amy. You'll have to let me know. I will eventually be more honest. Well, I mean, and here's the thing. You're gonna have to kind of feel out where he's at, right? Like if you know that it's going to about hiding your gifts. Okay, now I'm picking up what you're putting down. I mean, if you know that it's something that's going to make him feel uncomfortable, I don't feel like it's not like you're going out cheating on him. Okay, let's be so for real. Um, but you also have a right to your own personal time, and you can do in that time whatever brings you peace, whatever enlightens you. We did a few ghost tours in Savannah. Very strange history. Ooh, I've never been to the South, and I want to go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see how because of how everybody's always been, around all this, like people saying, burning witches at the stake, all this different shit. Like people have been being brainwashed to hate it, which is so horrible and so sad for them because then they are losing the, ability to be able to connect with their guides and get true guidance, right? It's sad. You're also writing a book of poetry. Amy, that is so awesome. You'll have to let me know when those are all ready. Divination cards originally started with the 52 card bling deck. That's actually, yeah. Actually, I think Rosie from Rosie's Insights, I think I've seen her read with playing cards before. Also, Nate's from um, Third Eye Wish, I think. He is so sweet too. He has used those before. Can you tell us something about SM? I feel like he is very much like Mustache Man's Goebbels. Um, and I feel like he's going to be getting his comeuppance. Same with Blondie, same with the puppy killer. Um, I do know that there's going to be people out there that do escape the traditional justice stuff. But at the end of the day, you can never escape universal justice. And that's another thing that brings me great peace. You're welcome, honeys. I've started writing a companion to the Bible, mystical interpretation, alternate perspectives. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. I can see SM wearing a lot of orange. Yeah, I think he is going to be. Gonna take a very long time though. uh, yeah, anything worth doing though can take time, right? I'm excited to try to tackle this painting again. Do you watch Reckoning Co? She talks about what they're doing on the world stage. I do not. I'm gonna see it. I got my paper down. Reckoning. Sorry, my table's probably shaking. Co. Okay. So many creative folks in here. I know. I love it, Laura. Okay, Karma, you like her? Dude, this guy, if he asks me to battle again, I'm blocking him. No means no. Not sure about her though. Not sure if she is hopeful. The Reckoning Co lady, is that who you're talking about? Okay, Amy. Amy, I may or may check for me. I may or may not be back on. I told my husband I'd be on for an hour. Okay. I love how we all found each other too. Too bad we aren't all in the same area. We would have a blast. Oh my God, it would be so much fun having like tarot parties and stuff like that. I know that Gia Prism is actually, I think she's like starting like I think she's planning some kind of like big convention type thing. Um, uh, we totally would. Um, I don't know. For me, I feel like that would be a little too big for me. I don't know. Okay. Hang on. I gotta take care of this guy. Um, okay, it's not letting me block him, but I'm just gonna keep ignoring him. How annoying. You want to do retreats one day? Yeah. I almost wonder if there's like a spiritual retreat that you can go to. No, because then that would be outward lying. Don't do that. I was thinking you could just tell your husband that you're going to a Bible retreat and then have it be not Bible. I think we all have different lived experiences, so we don't all have the same energy. You don't read, oh, you mean like reading like tarot and stuff like that, Karma? I'm still learning tarot, you guys. There's a lot to it, and even different decks, even though it's the same card, you know. Oh, it's making me do a puzzle piece. Oh, farts. Even though you can get like the Queen of Swords in one deck, a different deck it can have a different energy about it. I've actually told him one day I would have one for women. Yeah, with like the Reckoning Co versus you versus others like Sam. Yeah, yeah. And I find it interesting. One thing I find so encouraging for myself is I still don't consider myself a psychic. I feel like I have very much strengthened my ability to connect with my higher self and my guides. I have gotten little my curse words farts. um yeah, like intuitive, like just following my gut. Like I've always been able to rely on my gut my whole life, right? Um But, like, when I'm getting, like, certain things, like the thing with the color with the tennis ball and stuff like that, I'm like, "Okay, I am being given correct information." It's just I'm still learning how to interpret it. So I do follow Sam, I do follow Gia, I do follow Ethical Psychic, and there's a few others that I on YouTube, I really like, Linda G, the Comanche Psychic, um, and, Libby from Meister Tarot. She's so cute, I love her, and her little fur babies. She's always got her animals with her, but oh my god, where the fuck was I going with this? Oh yeah, so brain fart. But I try to not watch their stuff. I try and see what I'm getting, and then when I do get something like the whole thing with the 8 days, and then when I saw Sam's video about what's coming is going to be jarring because that's exactly the vibes that I was picking up. So it's just, I guess, it lets me know that my guides aren't blowing smoke up my ass. If that makes sense. Yes, I love Libby too. She's been through it the last, I don't even know how many months has that been? Like 2, 3 months with her mother during her, transition to the other side. Yeah, you follow them all. Yeah. Ow, you need out, lady? Come on, mama. Out you go. Good girl. Yeah, it's just nice to know I'm not the only one getting it. Yeah. Violetta is amazing, and so is Sterling. Oh yeah, Sterling. Yeah, I have caught some of his videos before too. He's very he's very almost like robotic in a way. Like not like he's just very straight to the point. I'm still getting the same as I got right after the contest, I'll call it, but it's very unpopular opinion now. What's the what were you I'm sorry, I have a really hard time remembering everybody's individual things. What were you getting? Yeah, Sterling has been pretty accurate. And what is it? The AIM strategy, analysis, investigation, movement, and separation, I think. I'm getting Sia in March. I'm getting Sia in March. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, sweetie. He's an actor. actor a mole agent? Who's an actor mole agent? Oh, Orange. Oh, okay. At first, I thought you meant Sterling. I was like, huh? I am not feeling that at all. I was gonna be like, whoa. Ah, you know what? At this point, I'm not putting anything past anything. The realizations that I have been having about just how corrupt everything has been, like our whole freaking lives have been a freaking lie. My mind is not closed to anything at this point in time. You think it's all a big sting. Nothing seemed real this past year. I know. I know. And suspecting Maxwell and JE were too. Ooh, interesting plot twist. I feel like Sterling and Venia. Oh, yes, Venia Hill. Oh my God, love her. She's just got this, like, for me, because I'm 41, this like motherly, chill, relaxing, calming vibe. Yeah, like we have to be aware of everything. Mask off, the body, mask off, the body double, and AI. Yeah, I've been feeling like he's I think what is it, Kaylee from Kaylee Explains It All, calls him Diet Crush, Diet Orange Crush. Like it's not the original, it's the diet, you know, because their sentencing has been really weird for both of them. Too cushy for real. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, you always think like Aunt Vania. I know. She's so sweet and she's so real too. And I think it's funny how like when she jokes about something, people will get all up in her comments and be offended by it. And she'll come on the following video and be like, look, dude, it's called humor. Like, calm down. Shaniqua has said that AI has been used. She is on YT now. Is she not on YouTube? I know I follow her. I'm not on YouTube. Is she not on TikTok anymore? I know I follow her here. I look forward to Vina's videos. Yes, I do too. We know the CIA has had access to AI. Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh my God. It got banned. This place, dude. I mean, that's why I have been trying to be really, really good about cross posting to YT um, shortly after a live. Perfect. She is live right now on YT. Is there a minimum amount of subscribers that you need to have on YT to be able to go live? I wonder. Because I have actually thought about trying to go live over there and using my laptop for it. Yeah, Christina, I saw she's having to post from her Petty Betty backup account. Yeah, no, it's bullshit. They're not going to stop us though. They can try, but this is how you know they're losing. Not that you know she's good at political reads. Okay. He thought Rubio's stuff was okay. I believe Diane had that issue on YT. Okay. Because I have like over 4,000 followers here, but I only have just over 500 followers on YT. Because I know to be able to go live on TikTok, you need to have at least 1,000 followers. Well, not issue, but she needed a certain amount of followers. She's wonderful. Yeah, Diane is amazing. She's another really sweet, genuine human that I love. I mean, I do have it on the link in my bio. I should start putting it on the thing when I post my videos, my little entertainment purposes only thing. Um, Nico has a backup that doesn't have enough to go live. Would you be able to DM me a link to her account? I would love to follow her and stay connected that way. And then I'll also look her up on the tube that is you. The shit that we have to say, like jumping through hoops and stuff is wild to me. Oh my God, I'm just going to be like listening to Michael Jackson and trying to paint my painting, and it's going to be so nice. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be sending so much love energy to Michael Jackson because he got fucked over. And Free Willy. Ugh. I'm so ready for all this to be over and for us to rebuild. Yeah. And to also make sure that we stay vigilant or vigilant when we rebuild, also. And also making sure that we're reminding our kids to keep an eye out for this bullshit so it can never happen again, so that they can teach their kids, right? Like, we're not going to get got again, right? And the thing is, too, and I've said this before, they picked the dumbest land to try this shit with. Like, because we are too big, because we have the separation of our STATESs, right? We have too many boom booms that they have no idea where they're at. They have no ability to track them. Like idiots. So the Nancy Guthrie thing, the daughter's first video after TMZ, she said an exact line in silence. Oh, exact line in Silence of the Lambs. And it made me think about Orange talking about, ew, yeah, ooh. See, when these synchronicities happen, it really gets you thinking. Um, okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna hop off. My sinuses are really starting to bother me. So I'm gonna go take I'm not take, we'll use some Afrin because it helps clear my sinuses when I got a sinus infection going on. And then I'm gonna see, bye honeys. See if I can get energy to paint tonight. If not, maybe I'll tackle it tomorrow because my husband's off on Monday and so are my kids. So it's gonna be kind of a bonus Saturday night tomorrow night for us. So but I love you guys all so much. I feel like you guys are all my friends, and I enjoy and love all of you guys. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm going to try and feel better real soon. Maybe I'll make some tea too. That'll be helpful. All right, you guys. And don't forget, be thinking about what you can be doing for self care. Okay. Something to bring you some calming that central nervous system. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys.